Hi there guys, do a video today about, well, they're called stand-ups really, but who stands up for them if you're working remotely. But we're doing the check-in, the Agile check-in. Really it's a team meeting, and it's a stand-up, it should be quick and easy, and you're going to do it daily. As I might have called these the daily team meetings. And I'm going to show you how we run through that in Jira and Azure Boards. Now I'm going to focus mainly on the Scrum framework and frameworks like that, but really, let's just jump in. Now, if you haven't already seen my videos on how to do backlogs, how to do planning, how to do refinement, what a card is, maybe go and check those out because this won't make a lot of sense if you don't. So let's jump in. Team meetings in Agile and using Jira and Azure Boards to facilitate them. So let's go back a couple of steps. So at the end of a planning session, you're going to end up with a backlog, and it's called a sprint backlog, an iteration backlog. These are the user stories. These are the increments of value we're going to deliver in this fixed time box. So we said stop here, and we're only going to really focus on that. It's a prioritized backlog, which is why you've got the arrow. Everything's assigned. We know what the responsibilities are. We've not really talked about how we're going to get it done in the sprint, but we have talked about these are the goals for the sprint, and we size them. So that's where we left off last time. So what we're really going to look at is where we go through when we're looking at daily. So what we're looking at daily stand-up and checking in is we're checking, are we going to deliver these? Is there any way we can help? How can we collaborate between now and the next time we meet? So you might talk about the top card and look at that item and go, okay, we've got 2 items that need to be done in order to do that. Who's going to help with that? You might do a little bit of pre-planning before you go into check-ins, but really as a result of the planning step, you would have done a lot of this. And really the team meetings should be about talking to these cards and what's done and what needs to be done next. And that's what the team meetings need about. It should be really crisp. That's why it's called a stand-up. You can stand up and go, yeah, to get this one done, we need to get these 2 actions done. I'm picking up one, can someone pick up the second? That would be it. And then the next day, we finish those 2 actions. We're now moving on to this card and we're going to get this done. Really, really focus, deliver on. You focus on delivery now. You've done your open-minded. You've decided what you're going to do. This is a delivery meeting. Focus on getting things done or getting things unblocked. I'd like to finish this other task, but I can't because I haven't got access to this. And that's what your servant leaders are there to help you with. So we really want to be looking at that. So these, inside each of these, I've got the actions as do's. Now they're tasks, really. These are the stories. This is what the outcome is we're going to deliver incrementally. And over there are the do's. And then as we go through, the idea is if we get those things done, the tasks, then this can be done. So this might be the second or third day. Or we've got this one's done, we've done all the tasks. The second one, we've done the first task. Now, we need to get these things done today. So always a focus on getting things done. That's what makes a good stand-up. Now, I've showed you in the backlog view. Now, generally, we use Kanban boards. We use boards to visualize our data once we've got the plan. So once we've got the plan together, we want to have a look at, okay, we've got this plan. Let's have a look at what needs to be done, what's in progress, and what's done. And that's where Kanban boards come in. So it looks something like this. So if I go back to my backlog, all I'm doing is taking my 3 cards that I've got in the sprint, I put them onto a board, and I'm showing where they are in progress. They all start in the to-do, going through dunning, and then going through the dunning column, the doing column, and then into the done. The idea is this is a Kanban board, but no matter what frame we're using, try not to have everything in one column apart from the last one, we want to get everything there. But try not to have everything in the to-do column, try not to have everything in the doing column. You've got to flow the work across. Really a doing column, you really want to control your work in progress there. And that daily meeting is about that. Challenging one another. Why are you trying to juggle 3 things at once? Just get one thing done. It's no good waiting until the end of the iteration to address those things. Okay, so that's a Kanban board. Now, wouldn't it be nice, because we know we've got 3 things in progress, but actually there's more than 3 people on the team and they're all doing these tasks. It is nice to actually see these tasks below on a Kanban board. So these tasks below could also be visualized on a Kanban board. So if we just remove those things, move all the ones that aren't done into doing, we're doing this one task, guys. Let's all make sure we get this task done. Move it to done. That's also a Kanban board. We'll show you that in one of the tools. Because actually, if you're meeting daily, you should be talking about activities in the day. So it's okay when we're going sprint to sprint, we're talking about the outcomes that we deliver in sprint, but daily it's about the activity that's going on. Okay. So I'm going to just follow through this now. The only way you can get your dailies working, so we've been through refinement and planning, and then when you check in your daily team meeting, you really do have to have these things done first. If you think you can just go and have a quick daily meeting and talk about the plan and how you're burning down and what tasks are being done without doing a planning and a refinement, it just won't work, trust me. Make sure you understand what you're trying to do. Make sure you understand when you're going to do it, which is in the plan, before you even try and have a team meeting to these boards. By the way, we'll talk about the review and the retro later on. I'm not going to talk about those today. Now I'm going to jump into the tools. Let's have a look at Jira, guys. So this is where we left off with Jira. We finished our sprint plan. We started the sprint. You can see it's now open. And we've got our one epic, we've only got one in this case. So this is the board we're going to work to. We're going to stand up around this. We're going to go and move things into in progress as they start. We can do that in the meeting, but really people should be self-serving and coming to the meeting and describing the board. And you can click on that and you can see, well, this has got one story. This is the story, and here we got a task underneath that needs to be done. So we can always go and have a look at this item by clicking on it and getting more information on the card. So that's how it works in Jira, really. So once we've got that, that's really all we've got is a Kanban board that looks a bit like that. Look. So if I just go back, it looks like that. And you talk to the card. You talk to the card. You open the card and say, right, okay, who's working on this? It's really, really straightforward. Or you can go through individuals and they can tell you what they're working on. But it's much better to talk to the work. Okay, so there it is on the card in detail. So in Azure Boards, it looks very, very similar. We've got a board again, they go across. But on here, you have to put the filter on this board. Now, there's two boards I'm going to show you. If you're looking at the user stories, you do need to throw this filter on. So you go up here, press filter, and there we go. Now we've got the very similar looking board. Here's a card. We really want to move that into in progress, or committed in this one it's called. I mean, you can customize these things at the top. This is just this setup out of the box. And we could click on this and have a look at this card. But actually, if you're working in the sprint, why do I have to put this filter on every day? There's a better board, and it's down here. We go to sprints. So if you click on sprints, it opens up this board. There's that card again, represented saying it's committed. But all of our cards will be down here in order, and here are the tasks. So we can look at the tasks that are in progress and what the activity that's actually going on. And we can see who's doing what. If you're collaborating daily, this will be full of tasks. It's a really, really good board for collaborating daily. The ones where you're looking at the outcomes for a sprint are good for collaborating sprint to sprint. So that's how they differ between the two of them. All right, there you go. So we went through what you want to cover in a check-in and how you do it in Jira and Azure Boards. Hope you enjoy that. Look forward to the next video, which will be about reviewing in Azure Boards and Jira.